Welcome back to the Kelly Roach Show. Today we are digging in and we are talking about the destruction of downlines and the risks of not building a personal brand. So you may be thinking, what the heck are you talking about and how does this apply to me? Well, let me give you a little backstory. We have seen over the last couple months that a massive shift has taken place amidst large companies that were previously having individuals build downlines, build internal teams. It's not quite affiliate marketing, more multi-level marketing. And this was happening obviously across many large institutions. Many people that are in the online space, of course, got their start in multi-level marketing in some way, shape, or form. But this is basically the process of you integrating into another company and earning your commissions and earning a very significant portion of your income by sharing and recruiting and building teams of people underneath you that are also sharing and selling and building teams underneath them. And it's really interesting. And I think a lot of people that listen to this show may say, well, that doesn't apply to me. I'm building my own business. I already know I need my own brand. But I think this is a very stark warning to all business owners, to all business leaders, to all individuals that are breadwinners or significant contributors to their household. You know, this is an era in which things change radically overnight. And it's really easy to look at something like this and say, well, I don't do multi-level marketing, or that's why I never did multi-level marketing, or see, I told you so. You know, I knew that wasn't the way to go. That's why I left that, world so long ago. It's really easy to look at someone else's situation and say, well, that doesn't apply to me. And I'm so much smarter and I'm glad I didn't get myself in that situation. But I interpreted that in a very, very different way, because just like that happened to many people that were building downlines and building internal teams and were very loyal for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, building their income, representing another brand. Many online entrepreneurs do exactly the same thing, but in a different way. Maybe you have a way that you've been getting customers through SEO or through a referral partner for years. And so you've gotten lazy about going out and getting business in new and different ways. Or maybe Instagram has been your cash cow for many years, right? That's why you see them complaining online every single day that views are down, that they're not getting the same eyeballs on their content, that they're not seeing the same conversions. I've seen people on X complaining that their paychecks are down for, the ad dollars that they're getting for the views on their content. Everywhere you turn, people are seeing a smaller return on effort. And what I want to remind everybody of, something I went through just a couple of years ago, and I've gone through multiple times in my business, was, I went through having my account shut down. I've gone through being hacked. I've gone through having my ads account frozen and shut down. I still don't have an ads account on my personal Facebook page. Years later, never able to get it restored. There are so many ways that you create dependency in your business because you normalize something working. And Dan Kennedy said, 1 is the most dangerous number in business. And it's absolutely true. And I heard that phrase over 10 years ago. And I still think about that every single day. I still live by that, because the moment that you assume that something is going to continue working the way that it has been working is the moment that you put yourself in extraordinary risk. Okay. And so whether it's Facebook ads, whether it's your Instagram account, whether it's organic on Facebook, maybe it's your reach on LinkedIn, maybe it's your email list that's converting, there's innumerable ways that we all build our businesses and that we all grow. I've shared many times, we have about 14 different ways that we acquire customers across my companies. This is very important to me because I want to make sure that if something were to happen, there's no one thing that can take us out. And so even though it would probably be easier to just channel and pour everything into 1 or 2 things, if we do that, if that 1 or 2 things get disrupted, we're in big, big trouble. And so I want you to really think about the diversity that you're creating in your lead sources in your business acquisition and your customer acquisition, and how you are reaching the people that you are here to reach and teach and serve. Because it is so important to realize that a lot of these tools that we use, people saw their Stripe accounts shut down this year. People have had their YouTube accounts shut down. There's a lot of censorship going on. There is so much happening. I experienced this for myself just this weekend. I shared a post on my Facebook page about the victims of Hurricane Helene, whatever you want to call it, and was advocating for people to do research and be smart about where they're donating money. And I was sharing a resource of someone that is on the ground, that is doing local work that we donated to, that is, making a big difference there. Well, don't you know that post was completely censored? It was not shown to anyone. You can look at the search, you can look in the analytics. Facebook completely censored that post. So the moment you do something that goes against the broader agenda, and you may not even know it. Like, I wasn't posting that to be controversial. I was posting that to be helpful, to make sure that people were getting the money that they need in order to, survive. But that was seen by Facebook as being controversial and therefore was not shown to anyone. Go imagine. So someone could lose their life over that. I share this because I think that when we see something like this that's that major in the online, offline space, where so many people built their entire personal brand underneath someone else's brand, and their entire identity was linked to this one product and this one company that wasn't theirs, it's hugely risky. And, I think that's something that we need to take and apply to all of our businesses, and make sure that there's no one social media platform, there's no one lead generation source, there's no one customer generation source. Even me with Live Launch. I love Live Launch so much, and I would love and hope that we can just keep scaling Live Launches for forever, and that could be our primary way of getting to all of our goals. But I'm not stupid enough to think that there isn't a possibility that something could change with Facebook ads, or something could change with Zoom, or something could change with the way that we're generating leads, or something could change with the dynamics of how we interact with the market, where that may not be the case into the future, which is why we're building all these other ways that we can generate sales outside of launch. Okay. So just a couple of things I want to go over with everyone as it relates to your personal brand. A lot of people don't necessarily build a personal brand because when they have something that is working for their business through referrals, or through a big center of influence, or affiliates, or advertising, or whatever the case. I know a lot of people that if you went on their social media right now, there's nothing going on. And yet behind the scenes, they do have a successful and profitable business. But they have gotten kind of cozy, comfy, not building a personal brand online, which then means when they need a personal brand online, it's going to be too late. So number one, your personal brand is your lifeline. Keep that in mind. Your personal brand is your lifeline. Sales, the super highway of sales is social media. And so the degree to which you have a brand on social media, you can sell anything to anyone. The second thing that goes hand in hand with that is to remember that over your lifetime, you will change your company name, you will change your product, you may change your avatar multiple times, your product, your program, your services, your business model. There are so many things over the lifetime of your career that are going to change, and you're going to reinvent yourself over and over again, which is why it's so important to be building a personal brand so that people know, like, and trust you, and they're going to follow you wherever you go, and they're going to have the desire to want to continue to buy from you, learn from you, work with you in whatever capacity that looks like. Okay. So I want you to think about that. I think just across the board, what has just happened with these major companies eliminating that downline income and eliminating those teams of those people that spent years and years and years building, these platforms have no mercy. They don't care about us. They don't care about our families. They don't care about your goals. They're going to make decisions that are in their own best interest. And obviously, these companies were not doing well from a profitability standpoint, and they did what they felt that they had to do in order to keep their business afloat. And so any one of us and any one of our businesses can be collateral damage in that way at any time, which is how you need to think about building kind of a moat and a security system around your brand with your personal brand and people knowing you, so that if you do need to change products, programs, services, company names, any of those things, that you're able to do that. Remember that as you're building your business, of course, initially, when you look at social media, you are the brand, right? You are the brand, and it is your personal brand mixed in with your business brand, right? And so making sure that you're focusing on building content that fulfills the long-term purpose of what you want to be known for and how you want to be seen and perceived in the market is going to be really, really key. But then hand in hand with that, as you grow your business, you do want to start thinking about, where is the separation between you, the person, your personal brand, versus the company or the product, program, service, business that you're building, right? When you build a personal brand, that's kind of the tide that lifts all ships and is going to give you a place and a space where you can bring people along with you on your journey, even as all those other exterior things shift and change. And I guess my most important message of today's episode is, please, please do not assume that the things that are working today are necessarily going to continue. I think that's the biggest position of risk you can put yourself in, is starting to make that assumption that things are going to continue to stay the same, right? Because in fact, we know the only constant in life is change. So make sure you have multiple platforms that you are building your brand on. Make sure that you are building a personal brand when you don't need it, so that when you do, it is there for you. And make sure you are really being thoughtful about how you're setting yourself up for long-term success in how you're using email marketing and social media and online platforms of any kind, knowing that any one of them can disappear at any time. So you need to make sure that you have a diverse strategy that can allow you to function, even if your top source for customers, leads, or success goes away. I hope this episode was helpful for you. I would love to help you grow your business faster, even outside of launches, using all different platforms online and really doing it your way. And the Virtual Business School is an amazing way to make that happen. I want you to scroll on down below this episode and click the link for the Virtual Business School to learn how you can get started today with no contract, re-earn your business every single month, and help you grow, and grow. Thanks for tuning in to the Kelly Roach Show. I'll see you back here in just a couple of days.